All right. We are on hole number 3 of the Southern Pines 9-hole cup. So let's go find out what hole is hole number 3. 9-hole tournament, Southern Pines. Come down here. Let's look at this hole number 3 here. It's a par 5. Got all that sand and stuff. I know which hole that is. We're looking for one of the par 5s. Par 5s. And it is, I believe it's this hole right here. It's the hole that we were looking at. So there are several ways to play this. In normal one-on-one play, you're going to try and lay up out here. That's shot number 1. Shot number 2, on and 3, trying to get the eagle, on and 3, shooting for a birdie. In tournaments, we need to get an eagle on this hole. This is definitely a hole that we can get an eagle on. So we want to be way down into this shot right here. So there's several ways to get down in there. You can bring a big ball. I'm going to bring, and I can do this shot with, I've done this shot with a 2-power ball, but we're in a tournament here and we want to get way down in there. So I'm going to use a 4-power ball. I'm going to do a max overpower hook. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to try and get down into this area, and then I'm going to use my big dog to get from here to come around to drop down on the green in 2 and try and make a putt for 3. Make a putt for the eagle. No, I do not remember off the top of my head where the line is to start off up here. And I want to make sure that I bring some clubs with backspin in case I get caught down there, because this is, when you're doing the approach to the green, it's pretty tough. So I'm going to use a 3-power or 4-power ball. And I want to use a 4-power ball that's got a little, if I can find, I don't pay attention to these 4-power balls very often. I know the firework ball's got, that's a Titan with some, and that ball might work, although it's 3 side spin. I think normally I use a Titan on this, a 2 side spin. Let's see if I have a 4-power 2 side spin ball. I don't want to use those Kingmaker X's. I guess my only choices here are 4-power 3 side spin. There's a 4-power 1 side spin. That might not be enough. All right, so it's a shell ball is what I'm going to use. And you can use a 3 side spin, but you just have to watch your setup because you have to allow for more if you put more side spin on it. So I'm going to use a shell ball. And I've got the clubs that I need. And let's go see if we can fail epically on this hole. Big dog. Looks like I got the stuff. Yep. We got the right hole. Now, normally when I'm coming out here and I'm doing a max overpower hook shot and I can't remember and I'm setting up and we're practicing, I'll pick a spot so that I can come back to that spot. I can learn from that. So I'm going to pick a spot where I'm going right down this line, this transition between the first cut of the rough and the fairway. And that way, when we get our landing zone out there, you can look at that landing zone and you can say, hey, it was too far to the right, so that means we need to move it out to the left. Or, hey, it was too far to the left and we need to move it into the right. So you have a spot that you can start. And with this kind of wind going with us like that, I'm going to leave the wind in. So I'm going to pick a spot where my line is right on this transition. We're going to put everything on it. We're going to leave the wind in. Okay, and that'll give us a spot that we can go back to. Let's see what kind of landing zone we get out here. That's perfect. We're up high on the deal. It gives us plenty of room down here on the other end to roll our ball out. If you come in a little bit more towards the middle of the fairway, what'll happen is it shortens up on the right hand side and you could end up in the rough over here. Okay, because see the distance I got, you'll end up rolling up there into the rough or the sand. So you want to be as much to the left as you can, but you don't want to press the issue. So starting off on that line is going to give you a good, area to start off with. Now, there's a shot that you can do here. And I'm telling you, if I was in this guy's position, I would put on maximum topspin and I'd go for it to see if I could blast myself out of that sand, because you can, if you come at it right, get through that sand, but it's not really going to do, you're still going to be on in 3. So why not try and get way up there and see if you can get lucky and maybe it bounces through that sand. So if you're in that position, you can put the backspin on so you can stop right there, or you can see if you can max overpower it and maximum topspin, and maybe you'll get lucky and it'll pop out of that sand on the other side. Okay, we're trying to get it to come down onto the green here, and we want it to just dribble on. So it's 3-2. This is 2.1 per ring, so that's about a 1.5 ring pull. And we're just going to try and hit it perfect. And I hit it great to the left, like way great to the left. Now that's not exactly the putt that I was looking for, but that'll work. I have a shot here at eagle. When you're out like this and you're taking that in, obviously you have a shot at eagle, but I have a better shot at eagle. And as the week goes on, taking that shot, I start to dial that shot in a little bit better. That was a poor execution of that big dog shot. Man, I'm not a fan of hitting off of... I like rough bumps, but I'm not a fan of doing what our opponent's doing right here. That hill is so steep. It's so easy to end up hitting that and taking that high bounce and ending up going backwards. It's better when you come here, just in case that happens, that you bring yourself some backspin clubs. Isn't it perfect? In the hole for eagle. That's what I'm talking about right there. There's more people that are going to get pars on this hole than are going to get eagles. It's a birdie par 5. So when you come to it, most people are going to be lucky to get that's going to be the average score is birdie, but there's going to be a lot of people that are going to end up getting pars on this hole. They're going to end up in that sand, and they're going to mess that shot up where it hits, and it's going to roll back into the sand. So if you come to this hole and have a shot at getting an eagle, you're going to be a leg up on the majority of the people that are in your bracket. So that's an easy, that's an easy eagle, and I blew the second shot. You can get a lot closer than that, but I'm very seldom where I go, man, I almost got almost got an albatross. The key on that second shot is to not get greedy. It's to get to the hole, and ideally, normally, I'm about half the distance that I was right there taking that putt. So don't get greedy on this hole. Do that shot right there, and the whole goal is to get on to give you an eagle, an easy eagle, because most people are going to end up getting birdies, and a lot of people are going to end up getting pars. All right, that was hole number 3 of the Southern Pines 9-hole cup. Thanks for watching.